Hey guys, so I had an idea to do a reading for Leo. Since we're in Leo season, I kind of just wanted to do a round of readings for each of the zodiac signs, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to all of them. I was thinking doing one per day or something like that. So I'm not sure, how it's going to go, how it's going to unfold. So if there is a particular sign that you do definitely want me to get to, you can request signs and I'll prioritize the ones that are requested. But let's just do a reading for Leo, my Leo friends, since again we are in Leo season. So let's see what comes through for you guys. Two beautiful cards to start off. Oh, this is a really nice spread so far. I love how this looks. All right, let me see. What am I getting here? We got like all positive cards. And we got the Leo card in the bottom of the deck. So for my Leo friends, just like a general message, something that you need to hear for the moment that you are coming across this reading. So you guys seem to be very much so in your power, just like very much so in control of things. I'm hearing large and in charge. Large and in charge, just like, you're waking up every day, you have a solid schedule, a solid routine that's bringing you results. The things that you are investing in, that you're working on, it seems to be providing like fruit, like you are seeing the fruit of your labor, and you just seem to be very on top of things. You're taking care of yourself. You seem to be very self-efficient. Like everything around you looks very nice and well maintained. And so it looks like a really nice environment for friends, like it just seems like you are so taken care of, like your cup is full, that you are capable of like being a safe space for friends, or having enough to share with community, helping other people out. It's like you figured something out. You seem to be in a high position, and so now you want to like share the wealth, share the love. But I feel like there is a warning to be careful not to be too sharing, like not to be too over giving, too loving, too kind, because I just feel like you are in this place where things are just going really good for you, So like naturally it's like you want to be very giving, but there is kind of like a warning against that. Like don't be like too giving. Like remember, like you really worked for what you have. Like you really had to put effort into those things. You really had to cultivate that and work for it, So everyone has to do like their part. Everyone has to like put in effort and work for things. You seem like someone that's very generous. So you're like one for you and one for you and one for you, like you want to play Oprah up in here, is what I'm seeing. But there is like a warning, like, like you worked hard for this. Like this wasn't just given to you. This wasn't luck. Like you cultivated this. You worked hard. What you have is based off of your own effort. And that's something that you have to impart. Like that's wisdom that you should share with your friends. Like of course share, but like don't give too much. Like make sure that your friends also know, like, oh, I have to be the same. Like I have to, invest in the things that are important to me, and I have to put in effort, and I have to, go through the long process of like getting the fruit of my own labor, and that takes a while. Like you want to be that influence. You don't want to just like hand things freely to people. You want to be the influence that kind of like shows people from a place of love, what it takes, like what it takes to be in the position that you're in, like what it takes to finally be able to see the fruit of your labor, to be in this place of success that you're in. I'm hearing that quote like, if you give a man a fish, he eats for the day. But if you teach a man how to fish, then he can eat forever, So that's kind of like the same energy that I'm getting here for you guys. It's kind of like expressing to people that nothing good and worthwhile, like it takes time. Like it's not gonna come easily. Like you have to be dedicated. You have to be motivated. You have to get up every day and put things into motion, put things into practice. And that's, it's very loving. That's what's loving, to pass down, to pass along to your friends that you care about. It's not about like, oh, I got it, so we're all good. It's like, I got it, and of course I'm more than happy to share, but I want you to get it too. Like I want you to get it for yourself. I don't want you to have to depend on somebody else. I want you to be self-sufficient. I want you to be independent. I did it, so you could do it too. And it's kind of like this idea of like sticking to routines, being disciplined, like making things happen, like having structure, having order, like that's essentially what provides you a level of freedom. Because a lot of people, they don't like cultivating things for themselves or like working hard because they're like, I just want to be free. I don't want to have to wake up every morning and do everything and work hard and, like eat right, eat healthy, work out, build a skill, get good at something, put something into motion every single day, put something into practice. I just want to go to the beach. I just want to smoke a joint. Like I don't want to work. Work sucks, um and so a lot of people, they kind of like trying to find a life of freedom, like trying to live a life of freedom. They never develop themselves, or they never create a life that's like meaningful and purposeful, or like they never feel that feeling of like, I'm so proud of myself. I really did this. Like I showed up to this day in and day out, and look at the fruit of my labor, Look at all the blessings around me. Like I did that. No one gave this to me. No one handed this to me. This is the fruit of my effort, of my labor, the work that I did, And that's like such like a good feeling, like to feel, you know what I mean? And some people, like, they will rob themselves of that because like they were too focused on like chasing sensation and chasing desires and being impulsive and only thinking about the moment instead of like thinking about long term and like showing up in this moment, having order, having structure. It doesn't look like freedom, but it's like you're buying yourself freedom later on. It's like you have to lay down that foundation first. You don't want to rob yourself of like feeling proud of yourself and feeling like I did it. I was capable. I was successful. I succeeded, That's going to give you such a strong level of like confidence. You're going to feel like a badass. You're going to be like, wow, it was worth it. Like it was worth the long nights, or it was worth the long hours, or it was worth the years. It was worth the work. It was worth committing to a routine. It was worth, like dedicating yourself to something, because then you have something like a foundation, like you built something up, and that very thing provides freedom. It gives you opportunities to feel free, to feel true joy. It's like you think you have to chase joy. You think you have to chase desire, chase sensation to feel like, that passion for life, when this was all that you had to do. You were trying to chase it and find it in places outside of yourself, in places external to you, when all you had to do was commit yourself to something, dedicate yourself to something, build something up internally so that you can connect to that passion, to that fire, or that dharma, within yourself. You're no longer, counting on receiving that joy, or that passion, that passionate feeling. You're no longer relying on needing to find it outside of yourself. On to the next one, on to the next one, looking for that pleasure, that joy, that fun outside of you. That keeps you distracted, and then you never really cultivate yourself, like work on yourself, because you never dedicated yourself. You never like worked that muscle. So this is what you have to do in order to build up that fire, that passion inside. So you're no longer relying or looking for it outside of you. It lives inside of you. So it doesn't matter what the hell you're doing or where you're at. That fire is inside of you. That joy, that love, that passion, that purpose, it's inside. I'm thinking of that song. It's like a church song, but it's like, Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. So it's like you're building a sanctuary inside of yourself. Like you're not finding it outside. I feel like you're building up your heart. You're building up your strength. You're building up your discipline. You're staying true, You're building up your own sanctuary within. And when you do that, when you commit yourself to that, eventually you're going to start seeing the fruit of that. Eventually that muscle that was once very weak, it's going to be very strong. And you're going to feel joy. Like this is happiness. This is the key to happiness. This is the key to always feeling passionate about life. Always feeling like you're having a party, like it's so much fun. Always feeling connected to everything, to your friends, your relationships, yourself, what you do, what you've cultivated around you. And everything just feels so rich, so full of life. So happy, but it came from something that was perceived at first to be like very structured, very ordered, very limiting, but it's not limiting. But yeah, you did have to be disciplined, and you did have to show up every day, and you did, like you had to do it without there being like an immediate reward. The success, the reward comes over time. But it's like you don't care. Like you know that this is important and you know that you're building something solid that's going to be long lasting and you're dedicated on being successful, on being victorious. And so you stick to it. You stay true, you know, to your efforts. But yeah, I feel like you winning, like you becoming successful in this, you experiencing what you experience is like you are then passing that on to the people around you. So it's like you're helping them. It's not only for you. It's like, I figured something out, guys. I figured something out and I want to share it with you. I want you to do this too. I want you to feel this joy too. You can do it too, you know? It's beautiful. It really is. And this is true confidence. I feel like this is what true confidence looks like because a lot of people, they have like a false sense of confidence. Like they think like, I don't know, some superficial ass reason like, oh, like I'm attractive or someone likes me or, you know, I have all this money. Look at the car I drive. It's like, that doesn't give you real confidence. That's a false sense of confidence. This energy that I'm seeing here, this is true confidence. It doesn't matter about what's happening on the external, on the material plane. It's not tied to that. It's tied to like, I did this. This was my effort. I stayed disciplined. I showed up every day. I built this up. I became strong here. I worked this muscle. And now I feel happy. I feel joyous. I feel connected to something. I feel excited about life. Like, you know, life is a party. Life is a celebration, you know? Everything is so much fun. Like you make everything so much fun. You're always having so much fun. You're having a ball, you know? You could be at work on Wednesday at 2 p.m. and you're just like in the best mood. You're just so happy. You're having a blast, you know? Like it's that energy. And that energy is contagious, Leo. Okay, so that's what I'm getting for you. This is beautiful. I think this is available to you. Stepping into this energy, this is what's available to you. So take advantage. You should go all in because this is absolutely beautiful and like incomparable to anything else. So yes, that is what I got for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me tap into this energy. I loved it. I'm a Leo rising myself, so you know, I'm right there with you. But yes, let's continue to be strong and shine the way, you know, guide the way for others to follow suit. I truly hope this message has served you. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope to see you guys around here again very soon. Take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye.